The Democratic Alliance in the Free State is set to hold its Provincial Congress in Bloemfontein today. The gathering will see delegates from across the province come together to discuss organisational matters and chart the future direction of that party in that province. For more on this, let's go to SABC News reporter live now, Makgala Masiteng, who is live to us from Bloemfontein. Makgala, good morning to you. Thanks indeed for your time. It sort of seems like, for most political parties, it doesn't matter where they are at this stage. It's certainly all about the upcoming local government elections, and the atmosphere will certainly indicate that for the DA at this DA Provincial Congress that is taking place in Bloemfontein.
Definitely, Griselda, as I'm talking to you now, we are outside the Bloemfontein C2 Hall. Of course, this is where the DA in the province is having its congress. Actually, it's about to start. Basically, it is expected that the delegates, almost 365, will gather here and elect their provincial leadership, of course, leading up to those elective local government elections. Of course, that leadership is supposed to then take the lead in ensuring that this province is then prepared for those elections. But just to take us through what we can expect, I'm standing with one of the national leaders. As you would know, that national leaders will also be present today. We are expecting the party leader, John Steenhuisen, to also deliver a keynote address, but other leaders are as well attending this congress today. I'm standing with Dr. Annelie Lotred. Just talk to us about what we can expect. Of course, this year, a lot is about local government elections.
Good morning. Yes, you're quite correct. This Congress is extremely important. It's always important in an election year. And you were quite right that it's very critical that we have the leadership that can take the party forward to the election, probably the end of the year. So what we can expect today is we will have our federal leader, John Steenhuisen, who will be addressing the Congress. We also have our election. So there are 4 positions that will be elected. Well, 2 of them are uncontested. We have our provincial leader is uncontested, which is always good because continuity is a good thing. Then we have elections for a new provincial chairperson and a deputy chairperson. The provincial finance chairperson is also uncontested, which is also a good thing because one doesn't want too much of a change within such an important year. And then importantly, we will be discussing resolutions for the party. We will have different speeches, different report backs. So I think all in all, it is an opportunity for members to exercise their democratic rights within the party. And this is so important. You know, there are so many, I don't want to say many parties, but there are instances where there aren't any democratic elections. And we live by our democratic values. And that is why we have this kind of Congress every 3 years.
Let's just talk briefly about how the party has been performing and what has been done on the ground on a day-to-day basis.
Well, if I look at the Free State, we've been performing extremely well. This is the one province where we always grow, and that growth is continuing in our work. But we've been on the ground. The next election starts after the previous one ends, the next day. So we've been on the ground, spreading our message, getting people involved. So it's definitely not a matter of, we only wake up just before the election. So I'm very positive. I think that given what's happening in the country today, the problems we have specifically also in the Free State, if you look at our problems with water, our roads, sewage, this has to be fixed. And our message to our voters is there is a party that you can trust, a democratic party that can actually assist in fixing all these problems. So that is why today is also very important. It is to give effect to that democratic value and principle that we want our voters to believe in. So for me, everything ties together. We have to fix the country, and this Congress is part of fixing it.
Thank you very much. That is Dr. Anneli Illotret. Just talking to us, Griselda, about what we can expect, of course, as the Congress is about to start as we speak. Of course, there will be 4 positions that will be voted for, but she has already indicated that the position of the provincial leader is uncontested, and that is Roy Jankelson, who has really been in the leadership here in the province for quite some time, talking to that consistency there. That is what they want. But of course, we will keep you up to date as to what is going to be happening. As she has already indicated, the leader of the party, John Steenhuisen, is also expected to deliver a keynote address. And of course, what is on top of the list is that preparations, of course, for the local government elections, Griselda.
Makgala Masiteng, thank you very much indeed, reporting on the Democratic Alliance's Provincial Congress, live to us from Bloemfontein, that is in the Free State.